Hi guys, welcome to Souls Know Evolution. Whoa, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your Ancestral Voices weekly reading. For the collective, you can be any sign to tune into this reading. We're just going to pull some cards from the Journey Souls Lessons deck to set the theme for the reading. Then we'll pull some tarot and see what messages our ancestors have for us. So we've got one card out already. Here we go. Second card out. Ooh, we've got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Then we've got forgiveness. It did come out in the reversed. It came out in the reversed. So it says, I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love. So for some of you, this forgiveness card is going to be in the reversed. For some of you, this forgiveness card is going to be in the upright. I'm going to pick the energies up from both. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And you know what? Oh shit. This is going to be a deep one. Let me move these cards out the way. I'm picking up a feeling that this reading is going to be about the need for you to forgive. Like I said, this forgiveness for some is in the reversed. So that's an energy of not being able to forgive. This could be an energy of you harbouring resentment towards the people, the circumstances, the situations that you've had to deal with. Because it says, I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love. And it's asking you here to be empathetic, for you to see both sides of a situation. So some of you are able to do that, some of you are unable to do that. Make it fit how it fits for you personally, guys. These are very general readings. Then with the adversity at the bottom of the deck, it's accepting that challenges are the best way to learn. And I kind of say this with, especially the karmic completions readings that we've done, the last couple. The lessons that are put in front of us, let me just start off by saying sometimes, especially if you're a believer, let's say, in the law of attraction, and I think you sort of say to yourself, like, well, how did I attract this person, this circumstance? Why have I had to deal with the adversities that I've had to kind of deal with? And that can trap you in the energy of unforgivingness, if that makes any sense. And the experience that you've attracted, the relationships that have been, you know, pretty bad, that you've attracted, whether they are intimate, family relationships, friendships, work situations, whatever, they are not always a direct reflection of your own energy. It's really, really important to understand that. Because as it says there, the challenges that we go through, the lessons that are put in front of us, they are the only way. As it says there, they are the best way. But to me, the way that I see it is that they're also the only way that we learn. The things that we go through, they're not meant to break us. As difficult as that may sound, or as difficult as that may be for you to accept, or for you to then forgive the people that, you know, through however they're connected to these adverse experiences that you've been through, they have been, the experiences and the people involved, the best teacher. And it's really, really hard to come to that understanding or that level of appreciation for the bigger picture. For the bigger picture. And that's where this empathy is being called from you at this time. It's asking you to be open to seeing both sides of the situation. We talk about duality a lot on this channel. The light, the dark, good, bad, you know, divine energy, devil energy, however you want to sort of call it. But it's all duality. And without you rubbing up against, what you want to call it, evil, or rubbing up against devil energy, it doesn't allow you to step into your divinity. So it's important that you see both sides of the situation. It's important that you see the importance of both energies, because darkness isn't inherently bad. Because without the darkness, we wouldn't have the light. And I feel as though what our ancestors are asking from us at this time is for us to sort of forgive that dark energy, whether it's in other people, in ourselves, so that we can step more into the light, because those experiences were meant to teach us something about ourselves, how strong we are, how capable we are, how resilient we are, and how, I can't even get my words out, how, as it says there, how to get back into the flow of love. Don't allow those experiences to harden your heart. Don't allow your ability or inability to forgive people, places, circumstances that you've been through, because that is going to trap you where you don't want to be. And I know that it's really hard to sort of to be in that energy of forgiveness, and it may take time for those of you that are really not there. But you will reach a point and a place where you can look back on those circumstances, see things from both sides of the fence, understand the role that those people had in your life, and you will reach a point where you can actually appreciate, and not even just appreciate, but truly, truly love those people for what it is, even if it was bad that they put you through, because of the person who you stand here at, the person that you stand here as today. If that makes any sense. Right, we got 8 cards out. I'm just going to go with, 9. We've got so many. Let's jump into this. Right, we've got the Daughter of Cups, the 8 of Swords. Yeah, that's being up in your head. The 4 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, the Lovers. This is a big reading. 9 of Swords, here we go. 3 of Swords in reverse, fucking hell. And then the 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is a big reading, guys. I knew it was going to be when I saw those 3 clarifying cards. Let me see if you can see all of those in the viewfinder. One sec. Oh yeah, just about. Fantastic. Right, okay. Let's jump into this then. But as I was saying, it's kind of everything. I love the way the tarot works. It's kind of everything that I was just saying. We've got some really heavy cards in here. 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Out of all of the Swords cards, they're the worst ones that you can get. So as I'm saying, the situation, the adversity that you've been through, the challenges that you've had to deal with, they haven't been easy, and I'm not making light of that. I'm not making light of that. But if you think about it, it's really hard sometimes, especially if you're on a spiritual journey, for you to step outside of your ego and stop asking yourself the question. Well, it's not stop asking yourself the question why, because that's really, really important to ask yourself why. But to stop asking why you, or why that situation, why that circumstance, why that experience, because the answer, if you go do the hermit work, go within, soul search, go through that dark night of the soul, whatever. The answer is this Daughter of Cups here. And to me, the Daughter of Cups is, I don't know, actually, because we get the Sun. Right, so the Daughter is the Page. Exactly. The Daughter is the Page of Cups. And this is an energy that's kind, that's loving, that's sensitive to the needs of others or the energy of others. This is the empathy card that we've come out with the first Soul's Journey lessons card. This is the same energy. This is empathy. This is empathy. So it feels as though whatever it is that you've been through, the answer, like I say, if you go within and do that hermit work, do that soul searching, that self-reflection, the outcome or the answer is for you to be empathetic towards yourself, towards the other people that were involved. Because sometimes as human beings, and it pains me to say, but we sometimes have to, what's the word? How do I say this? We've got to learn things the hard way, is what I'm trying to say. And that's what this 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, that's exactly what this speaks about to me. It's having to have learned something the hard way, but I can believe, and not even believe, because I know for myself personally anyway, to be true, that when you learn something the hard way, I tell you, you only have to learn it once. You only have to learn it once. Once you fully understand what it is that you were meant to learn. So I feel as though these challenges, they may feel so heavy on your heart at this time. You may not be able to forgive whether this is an aspect of yourself or somebody outside of you. Because it feels like it's a cycle that just keeps on going round and round and round and round. And that's what I mean about learning it the hard way. Because if that first experience came into your life and you learnt your lesson the first time round, we wouldn't be in all of this heavy energy now as a collective. I'm not talking about you individually, even though it could be for some of you individual too. But as a collective, we've been here before, but we didn't learn the lesson that we needed to learn the first time round. So, you know, the universe is just going to exasperate things. It's going to make things bigger. It's going to make things worse. It's going to cause a feeling of more suffering from you until you reach the point where you're like, no, this is it. This has to stop. I cannot feel like this anymore. I cannot think like this anymore. I cannot do this, whatever this is. It's going to be very different for each and every one of us. But it feels to me as though there is an opening of your eyes. I love this card. I think it's come out in like every single Ancestral Voices reading. And I'm just seeing it, if I put it on its side, as this eye opening. It's like there is an awareness now. Or our ancestors are asking us to step into this energy of awareness, to truly see. Whether that's our own worth, our own value, our own strength, as I was saying before, our own resilience. Or this is to truly see the lesson in whatever circumstance or situation that you're in. Because what is stopping this empathetic energy, or you being open, it's so funny, or you being open or having your eyes open to seeing a situation clearly and really truly seeing it from both sides, is being stuck up in your head, in your ego, which is this Eight of Swords energy here. It's come out next to, like I said, the sensitivity, and it may be that you are that empathetic, or you are that sensitive, or you are that, I don't even want to say easily hurt, because, you know, as human beings, we are hurt very easily, and there's no shame in that. But it feels as though there was a closing down, or there is a closing down that has happened because of a consequence of being so open-hearted in the past. And the universe isn't wanting that. Our ancestors aren't wanting that closing down from us. Now, for some, this could have something to do with a relationship situation of the past. We've got the Six of Cups in the reversed position here. And we've got these tree roots that are like up in the air. So I feel as though something's been turned on its head from the past. We've got the Four of Wands in here, which again to me is kind of like twin flame, soulmate, and relationship, foundational energy. We've got the Lovers in here. So again, this could be a relationship that's been turned on its head. This could be a family situation that's been turned on its head. Sixes always give me the energy of family as well. You've got two Fours in here, and that's giving me like reference to the fourth house, which is Cancerian energy, which speaks about the matriarchy. The last karmic completions reading I did, the fourth house Cancer card came out, and I'm beginning to see that the karmic completions and the Ancestral Voices readings, they're both kind of linked for that week. So if one resonates, it may be that the other one resonates with you as well. But I'm seeing all this energy of you being up in your head, or your fears bubbling to the surface. We've got the Eight of Swords above the, below, oh God, the Eight of Swords above the Nine of Swords. And that is anxiety, it's fear, it's insomnia, it's sleepless nights. But you know what? I'm so happy to see the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords both in the reversed position. So to me, like I said, this isn't stuff that is approaching. This isn't stuff that I'm predicting is going to happen. I feel as though this is stuff of the past that you're either processing, or you're being asked to process. You're being asked to look at it, like I said, with that eye, to see it for what it is. Because when you face your fears, that's when they diminish. That's when they dissipate. That's when, you know, the power that it feels as though they have over you diminishes. We had the Four of Swords. I don't know, was it in the last karmic completions reading? I don't know, but every time I pick either of my decks up, the same cards keep coming out. And if the message is similar, it's because the message hasn't been heard. As I was saying, the lesson hasn't been learned. So the universe is just giving me a different set of cards to explain the same scenario in a different kind of way until it clicks. But I feel as though needs to be a healing of your mental body. 8 speak about evaluation. They speak about a rebirth. They speak about change. So our ancestors are calling some kind of change, some sort of growth from us. And 8, in terms of the numerology, speaks about having courage during times of adversity. And look at what was underneath the adversity card. We've got purpose. Oh my God, and acceptance. Exactly, this is what I mean. I feel as though our ancestors are wanting us to accept the things that we've been through. Accept them with an open heart. Forgive those who need to be forgiven. And forgiveness doesn't mean that you accept these people back into your life. It doesn't mean that you continue the relationships that have hurt you, or, continue to be close, or have people infiltrate your boundaries. That's not what forgiveness is about. Forgiveness is an act that we do for ourselves. It doesn't condone, or it's not saying, oh, what you did was okay, I'm going to forgive you. No. But us harbouring resentment is blocking our own blessings. So it keeps you in this energy where you're closed off to the world. You're closed off to your purpose. You're not seeing the benefit of finding the silver lining in that situation, like I say, circumstance, something from the past that was really hurtful that you've been through. Because as I said at the start of this, all of this adversity that we go through is to grow us, is to strengthen us, is to put us more in alignment with, the fullness of who we are, the essence of who we are, who we came here to be. And this purpose card says, I know what I am here to do. And you know your purpose through your adversities. I just love this because there's like an arrow, like a pathway. It's a pointing forward. So your adversities point you towards your purpose. Your adversities are what are aligning you with your purpose, but it's the overcoming of these adversities. It's the acceptance, as it says there. I can't believe how these cards have come out. This card says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So as I said, it's the acceptance of those challenges that lead to your success. This is absolutely beautiful energy, but I know that you've been through some heavy, heavy shit. We've got cheating, lying, deceiving here. It's in the reverse. So like I say, this isn't a prediction of more of this to come. It almost feels like the universe is just wanting you to see what you've been through. And the fact that this Lovers card is here next. 6 is an energy about finding solutions to problems, problem solving. It's about healing. It's about love. It's about overcoming any difficulties, and it's kind of bang smack in the middle of all this toxic shit. 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. So your way through, as I was saying, through that adversity is through opening your heart. It's through being empathetic to yourself, to other people. It's having a softened approach towards yourself. Not being so hard on yourself. Like I say, maybe for some of you, this forgiveness has got nothing to do with anyone outside of you. And this is self-forgiveness that needs to happen. And the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. We judge ourselves so harshly, that we would give other people. And my camera just cut out, so I know I've been talking for a long time. But yeah, we don't give ourselves the same grace as we can for the people that have done us wrong. But there's something of the past here, and the 6 of Cups to me in the upright, it's reminiscing, it's sentimentality, it's looking at things fondly of the past. It could be reconnecting with past people. But in the reversed, especially underneath the 4 of Swords, it's time for you to put the past to rest. It's time for you to put the past to rest. The 6 of Cups in the reverse can speak about too much focus, too much emphasis, too much being up in your head, worried, insomnia, uncontrollable thoughts in relation to the past. It could be going over the pain, like I say, the betrayal, the treachery, the shit that you've had to go through, which is understandable. But I love this lamb here, because lambs to me, they signify a level of vulnerability. A level of vulnerability that the universe, that our ancestors, that spirit is calling from us now to heal. And it may be our inner child, because obviously lambs are like baby sheep. You know what I mean? So it may be that we are being called upon at this time now to take a time out, to no longer let these swords hang above our head, and heal, open our third eye. And our third eye chakra is all about our intuition, our second sight, that inner wisdom, like I say, that gives you the perspective of why these experiences, lessons, people, places, things unfolded in your life the way that they did. Because you're not trapped in this unless you choose to be anymore. If you open your third eye, and I look at that, like I said, that's an eye to me, and then this third eye is just emblazoned on the Four of Swords. Absolutely emblazoned. So this is about you connecting to your higher self. Getting out, like I say, of your ego self, or your perspective needs to be broadened. The way that you're looking at this situation, the way that you're looking at yourself, it needs to be expanded here. Because you are not, what's the word? You are not defined by your past experiences. They were lessons, as I was saying. Those challenges were, and I don't want to keep saying, but they were the only way that your ancestral line knew how to teach you what it was that you needed to overcome to step into the fullness of who they know you are and who you know you are when you open your eyes and see it. Right, that was deep, and that went so weird. I would usually read the cards, you know, one by one, but they didn't come out like that today. They didn't come out like that. Let's have a sneaky peek at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, Mother of Pentacles. Mother of Pentacles, and I love that. Because we've got what looks like a baby duckling here, and as I was saying, you know, the young of a sheep, so a baby lamb. And then we've got this mature deer. So it's maturing in your vulnerability, not being fearful of your vulnerability. That is what is going to open up the world for you. That's what's going to open up the world. Queens are all masters of their suit. They're mature. So this process was meant to mature you. They're graceful, especially, like I said, the deer. So graceful, so light on their feet. They walk through this treacherous shit like it's nothing. And that's what it was meant to teach you. So the next time you encounter, well, you won't even encounter an energy like that again. If you heal, if you forgive. Because those adversities lead you to the next timeline where things aren't going to be the same. We only repeat when we don't learn. And the only reason that we repeat is so that we get the lesson. So this would be you moving gracefully through life. Like I say, mature as a leader in your own right, confident. And the Pentacles energy speaks of mastery of the earth realm. Mastery of the earth realm. And that's exactly what these spiritual lessons were meant to teach us, how to master life here on earth. Now, the Mother of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles. So all earthly things, it's Capricorn energy. So this would be you stepping into your power. Like I say, whether it's financially speaking, business related, as the energy of a mother or father, but loving, kind, steady. Because this has taught you to ground yourself. As you let go of the past, as you let go of the pain, as you let go of, like I say, the betrayals, get yourself out of your head and open your eyes. It sees you standing in your power. Absolutely beautiful. Right. That was deep. That was hella deep. Right, let me grab one of these. And let's wrap this up. Right, okay, can we have any final advice and guidance, please? Any final advice and guidance for the collective? Any final advice? There we go. And this is the wisdom of the oracle. So let's see what we've got going on. Tick tock. Tick tock. I love that. And then we've got mending. So tick tock is card number 30. Mending, card number 52. And then between two worlds. And I love this. I love this. And I want to put that there. And I want to put that there. Because both of these are numbered 3 in terms of the numerology. 30 reduces down to a 3. 3 is just a 3. So these go together. So this tick-tock, it's like you may be thinking time is running out. There may be things that you wanted to do. You've been trapped in your head. You've been stuck in adversity. But as I was saying, it's your lack of forgiveness that's blocking your blessings. Though time isn't running out. Time isn't running out for you. You're where you are for a purpose. You're between two worlds. You're not quite attached to the past in the way that you were. The future hasn't unfolded for you yet. Because there's something that you need to forgive. There's something that you need to see both sides of. Exactly as this card is split down the middle. Like I was talking about the darkness and the light. It's harmonizing those energies. It's accepting, it's loving both of those energies because both of those energies make us who we are as humans. Of course, there is evil in this world. I'm not down with toxic positivity. There's adversities that we have to go through. There are challenges that we have to go through. But all of that makes us stronger. All of that makes us stronger. So if you feel as though time is ticking and, you know, time's running out, you've got things to do, you've been trapped in an energy or in the past or whatever, it's accepting, as it said a few cards back, I'm not going to get it again, but that you're between two worlds. Things are changing for you. There's growth that you're doing. I feel like you know, that pregnancy energy where you're just waiting to pop the baby out at the end. But there's so much going on inside a woman's body at that time of pregnancy that you don't see. But the time is approaching. But as it says here, there's mending that's happening. There's healing that's happening. There's putting back parts of your soul that's happening below the surface that are going to see you be able to step into all, as we've discussed, all that you are. Oh my gosh, and look at that. Bottom of the deck, we've got yang. Masculine energy. And that's exactly the balance here of the Mother of Pentacles, which, like I said, is feminine energy. It's loving, it's caring, it's grounded, it's rooted, it's family values, it's sincere, it's connected to Mother Gaia. Then we've got the masculine energy. So this new beginning comes after you forgive. This new beginning comes when you've got love in your heart. This new beginning comes which sees you standing in your power. Masculine energy is ruled by the sun. You could say it's also ruled by Mars. So this would be you sort of taking the lead, putting your foot down, saying what you will and won't focus on, saying what you will and won't accept. Like I said, forgiveness isn't allowing people to walk all over you. But you forgive in your heart. You see both sides of the story or the situation. You can love people from a distance, but you don't carry resentment in your heart. Because that is what's going to block your blessings. Right, I'm going to leave that there. That was like so different. It came out so different today. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you managed to get something from this. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank our ancestors and spirit as well for using me as a channel to get this message out. And yeah, if this resonated, then check out the next one that I'm going to do, the karmic completions, because I've noticed that they're kind of tied. There's kind of a thread that runs through them both. Anyway, guys, take care. Bye-bye.